Right, hello folks, and welcome back to the second part of my tribute to the unsung, uncredited, unappreciated artists who contribute to our science fiction paperbacks. Now last time we took a look at some artists that I particularly like, but today we're going to take a look at some of the covers which I particularly like. It's subjective, I know, but it's my video and I can do what I like, all right? Okay, now, I think all but one of the books that I'm going to show you today are vintage. It became apparent to me when I was looking through my stuff that there was far too many covers to show for one video, so I'm going to split this into two. So what was originally one is now three, but that video will be somewhere down the line because I've got another two or so that I want to do in between. So anyway, we'll kick off. I'm going to try not to talk too much because I don't like to make my videos too long now, because I discovered from my analytics that the attention span of the average viewer is not that great. So yeah, it'll be more of a slideshow with a bit of commentary if I think is necessary. Okay, there's a nice one. Now that's artist unknown, although I do recognise the style, but I can't be sure who it is. So we'll go artist unknown on that one. Now this artist I do know, because it's one of my favourite Kelly Frias covers. Actually, it's a very good book. I really enjoyed it when I read it many moons ago. Yeah, that's Kelly Frias at his best, in my opinion. Nice. Now, this one I just picked because it's rather unusual. It's a huge tome, Dahlgren by Samuel Delaney. I just thought that was a nice little bright cover. So I thought I'd throw that one in. Now this one, I've always liked this one because it's rather unusual. Guy flying through the air. Really well done actually when you see the background. That's that one. And again, artist unknown, I'm afraid. And this is a real old vintage book, it's just one of those old books that I particularly like the cover on. And once again, artist unknown, I'm afraid, but quite stylish for its age. Now this is the book that I couldn't remember the title of in the last video, but it's one of my favourite covers ever. Shadow of the Torturer. That's by Don Mates, and I believe, as I said before, this is the same cover that appeared on the hardback version, but I'll give you a closer look on that because I love it. One of my favourite, as I say, of all time. Right, now this one is rather unusual. I've read this book, I didn't like it much, but that's beside the point. Very nice rendition of a rose there, I find. Once again, artist unknown. Now this is one I did buy purely on the strength of the cover, because I remember having it a long time ago and I saw it in a bookshop. Decided to buy it. There again, it's one of those unusual covers where the protagonist or whatever's looking away from the camera, but I found that to be very stylish indeed. Always like that one. It's just evocative of an unusual space vessel. Again, artist unknown. It's one cover that I've always liked for about 50 years. Right, now sometimes you get the odd cover that's off the wall. That's one of them. I rather like that actually. A lot of these Jerry Cornelius novels had weird covers, but yeah, I just think that's unusual, to say the least. Right, now this is the one that is more modern. This is from the two teens, is it 20 teens? I don't know. It's one I showed recently actually in a pickups, but yeah, I just find that rather mesmerising, that one. I don't know why. I've never heard of the author, but yeah, it's a cover that it's got a bit of a Geiger look to the back, but yeah, I quite like that one. Unfortunately, modern covers are not that good. And one of my favourite novels, I just think that's a lovely cover that's evocative of the story. It's very much of the story. There again, artist unknown. I could have done some more research into these, but it would have taken far too long. Right, now we move on now to the Dylans, Leo and Diane. That's one of their more, shall we say, normal covers, although it does have traces of their trademark glass window, stained glass window effects that they normally produce in these covers. But yeah, I like that one. The Dylans, very famous artist. Now this one is just totally off the bonkers, off the wall. I mean, so bad it's good. I don't know what I like about this cover. It's just so mad. But like I say, it's not particularly well rendered, but it's just crazy, man. I just like it, love it. Well titled, The Weird Ones, I've got to say. Very odd. Now this one is very evocative of the pulps of the 50s in particular. I'm thinking more of Planet Stories, stuff like that. I really love that one. Give you a closer look at the detail. Yeah, I mean that is a spectacular vintage cover. I think that's from the 60s. So there again, it's artist unknown, I'm afraid. Now we'll move on to Door books. Now, fortunately, Door did credit their artists, which was a good thing. And also Door had some wonderful cover art as well. I've picked up about 15 or so just to show you the best of them, or what I consider to be the best of them. Right, that's George Barr. He's an artist that maybe not many people have heard of, but his stuff is very, very stylish. Nice one. Yeah, I like this one. I forget who the author is. I'll just have a quick who the artist is. Richard Hescox. We did a few covers for Door, but not really familiar with him otherwise, but I thought that was an interesting cover. Good old Richard there. Right, then we have this is another George Barr. I think that's what's handy about these. You can just have a quick look inside. Yeah, George Barr again. I thought that was it's quite neat. Now this is somewhat unusual to say the least, but very, very stylish, I have to say. There again, I can't quite remember who the artist is, but we'll soon find out. A bloke called Bob Pepper, apparently. Not familiar, but nice. Very nice. Right. Yeah, there is about this cover, but I was quite drawn to it. It's not particularly exciting, but there was just something about the layout of it. Quite sure it was. Oh, that's why I picked it out. It's one of my one of my favourites, Michael Whelan. Not typical of his work, but yeah, very nice. Okay, there is a somewhat unusual one. Not seen anything quite like that. There again, it's probably an artist I'm not familiar with. It's it's our old mate Bob Pepper again. I'm getting to like Bob. I'll have to hunt out some more of his covers to have a look at. Yeah, nice one. Now this one is not instantly recognisable, although the more you look at it, the more you realise that it's Josh Kirby. Another one of my very favourite artists. Yeah, very nice. Then again, all of his work is very nice. Right, here's another one by Don Mates, who I like a lot. Just like the composition of that one. It's I like his tunic there, the draft board effect, and overall I find that to be very easy on the eye, shall we say. It's good old Don Mates, and another Don Mates. Now this is a lovely one. The detail on the large snake there, I find, is quite nice indeed. Of all the artists that I know of, that I like and know of, he's the one that's most consistent with his quality, Don Mates. He has a couple of art books, well worth trying to find if you can spot them on eBay. Or right, that's a very unusual cover. I think again that is Michael Whelan. Yeah, Michael Whelan is just it's an unusual cover there with a little fella. Got a tribble. Right, that was another Michael Whelan. Right, now you'll all know who this is, I would hope. Kelly Frears, of course. You can't really mistake his work for anybody else, that's for sure. to say the composition of that one is particularly nice, I find. And we have yet another, whoops, chucking stuff around here. There's another Kelly Frias. And these are the sort of covers that he does quite a lot with the face. You know, I showed you that. Well, I showed you one of those laser books last time, which he did a lot of. So he likes the face. So yeah, I mean, if you look at the detail, it's very nice indeed. Right, now, this is, I don't know who this one is, I'll have to have a look in a minute, but I was always quite drawn to that cover. And it's by, let's have a looky. I'll let you know when I find it. Oh, now this is, oh no, I'm not far back enough. That is someone called Luis Dominguez. Absolutely not familiar at all. Last couple, I really like this one. It's pink ocean. I mean, that's a great rendering of Earth there. I really like it. I don't know why it's all pink. So I've not read the book, but really nice. Not surprised that's by Josh Kirby. I wouldn't have recognised it as Josh Kirby, but if they say it's Josh, it's Josh. Good man. Right, here's another one of Kelly Frias's faces, but it's more the figure there that's the highlight of this cover. Typical Kelly Frias, that one. Right, now we're down to the last three. And guess what? It's another Kelly Frias. Just like the, whatever it is, tree, plant, very alien. Lovely. Kelly Frias somehow finds lovely colours to put into his paintings, very, as I say, easy on the eye. Right, this is a particularly nice one. That's by George Barr. I haven't seen many robots, but I find that very pleasing, that one. And finally, this is one of my favourite. It's one of my favourite covers, this one. Josh Kirby. Love that one. Yeah, nice one to end with. Right, so that's the first part of the second part. We'll have the second part of the second part somewhere down the line. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little look at some vintage covers. Very nice stuff there. As usual, thanks all for watching and subscribing and sharing and whatever you do, commenting. I want more comments, by the way, more comments. And I will see you very shortly. Bye-bye now.